there, ever looked at a company's financial statement and felt completely lost? You are not the only one. Financial statements can look like a foreign language, but here is the secret: the real magic lies in something called financial ratios. These little numbers can tell you everything about a company's health, profitability, and even its future. And the best part, you don't need to be a finance expert to understand them. In fact, in just 10 minutes, I'm going to break down the 5 most important financial ratios you need to know. Whether you are an investor, a business owner, or just curious, by the end of this video, you will be able to analyze companies like a pro. So, ready? Let's dive in. Alright, let's start with the basics. Why do financial ratios even matter? Well, think of them like a health checkup for a company. Just like a doctor uses tests to see how healthy you are, financial ratios help you see how healthy a company is. In short, financial ratios unlock the secrets of a company performance. They help you see the big picture without getting lost in the details. And once you understand them, you will be able to spot red flags, identify opportunities, and even make smarter decisions. Now we have the question, what are financial ratios? Financial ratios are the tools that help you analyze companies' performance, health, and potential. They are the key to make smarter financial decisions, whether you are investing, running a business, or just curious about how companies work. First up, let's talk about profitability ratios. These ratios shows how good a company is at making money. After all, is not that what business is all about? One of the most important profitability ratio is the net profit margin. Here is how it works. The formula is net income divided by the revenue, multiply by 100 to get a percentage. This tells you how much profit a company is making for every dollar of revenue. If we want to take an example, let's take it. And for example, if a company has a net profit margin of 20%, it means they keep 20 cents as a profit for every dollar they earn. A higher price means the company is more efficient at turning revenue into profit. So, if you are comparing two companies, the one with the higher net profit margins is usually the better bet. Next, let's talk about the liquidity ratios. These ratios tell us how well a company can pay off its short-term obligations or short-term debts. Think of it like this: if a company suddenly had to pay all of its bill tomorrow, could it do without breaking a sweat? The most common liquidity ratio is the current ratio. Here is how it works. The formula is current assets divided by current liabilities, as I already have mentioned in the slides. Firstly, let's talk about its example. For example, imagine a company has 200,000 in current assets and 100,000 in current liabilities. That's a current ratio of 2, which is great. It means they are in a solid position to handle their short-term obligation. Simple, right? If we talk about the benchmark of this liquidity ratio, then it shows that if the result is more than 1, it means the company has enough assets to cover its debt. If it is less than 1, that's a red flag. Now let's move on to the leverage ratios. These ratios tell us how much debt a company is using to run its business. Too much debt can be risky, but a little debt can actually help a company grow. The most common leverage ratio is debt to equity ratio, and here is the formula: total debt divided by total equity. For example, if a company has 500,000 in debt and 10 lakh in equity, their debt to equity ratio is 0.5, and that's a healthy balance as per the benchmark. But if the ratio is 2 or higher, it might be a sign they are taking too much debt. Keep an eye on this one. If we talk about the benchmark of this ratio, it states that a higher ratio means the company is relying heavily on debt, which can be risky. A low ratio means they are using more of their own money to fund the business. Next up, we have efficiency ratios. These ratios shows how well a company is using its assets to generate revenue. Think of it like this: is this company making the most of what it has? A key efficiency ratio is the asset turnover ratio, and here is how it works. The formula is revenue divided by total assets. As you can see in the slides, I already have mentioned it. A higher ratio means the company is using its assets efficiently to generate sales, and that's the benchmark of it. For example, if a company has 10 lakh in revenue and 5 lakh in assets, their asset turnover ratio is 2, and that's great. It means they are generating $2 in revenue from every $1 of assets. But if the ratio is less than 1, it might mean they are not using their assets effectively. Last but not least, let's talk about valuation ratios. These ratios help investors figure out if a company's stock is overpriced or a bargain. The most popular valuation ratio is the price to earning ratio or PE ratio. Here is the formula, as I already have mentioned on slides. Market price per share divided by earning per share. And the benchmark of this ratio states that a high price to earning ratio could mean the stock is overvalued, while a low price to earning ratio might mean it's undervalued. For example, if a company's stock is trading at 50 per share and the earning per share are 5, the price to earning ratio is 10. This means investors are paying 10 for every one of in earning. Compare that to another company with a price to earning ratio of 20, and you can see which one might be a better deal. And there you have it, the 5 key financial ratios you need to know. Let's do a quick recap. Current ratio for liquidity, net profit margin for profitability, debt to equity ratio for leverage, asset turnover ratio for efficiency, and price to earning ratio for valuation. Mastering these ratios will give you a huge advantage whether you are investing, running a business, or just managing your own finances. That's all about today's video. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a little financial wisdom. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, actionable tips like these. Thanks for watching, and remember, the more you know, the better decisions you will make. See you in the next one.